Greetings, family. Hello, this is Dr. Kia Pruitt. It is Friday. Happy Friday. Yay! It is July the 26th, 2024, and the time is 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad to see all of you. We're going to have a wonderful podcast later on today at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time in less than 15 minutes. So I look forward to seeing you all there. We're going to talk about how to live in the private. Did you know that there is a way to live outside of the United States Incorporated jurisdiction? I told you there were two governments, the Republic for the United States of America with our own constitution and laws, and the United States Incorporated, which was the group of bloodline families who usurped authority from our lawful republic and created their own constitution of the United States Incorporated. Well, Chief Mack is going to come and talk to us about that at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time and tell you how there's a difference between the illegal United States Incorporated and the lawful republic, and how you actually can live outside of the United States Incorporated. Now, we know that we're dismantling the United States, and we know that they're already dissolved, defunct, and doesn't even operate, at least not lawfully, but they still have minions that are in place, still doing nefarious things to we the people. So Chief Mack is going to tell us how to operate lawfully according to the republic, how to operate according to our laws, being sovereign beings. But before we get into that at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and before he tells us how to operate in trust and create trust and put your assets in trust and yourself and your children in trust, it's going to be an amazing podcast at 8 o'clock. We're going to talk about how governments worldwide are stepping down. Now, that podcast is at 8 o'clock. I'm going to get off this live in a few minutes, and we'll bring Chief Mack on and go into how to operate as a sovereign entity in the private sector. But I wanted to come on today to tell you about the breaking news that some of you may not heard about, and that is that Jordan's entire parliament has dissolved. The entire parliament, family. That's so significant because remember, all countries worldwide, all of their governments that were operating unlawfully and nefariously, they must dissolve. They must end. All world governments must step down. So you saw many governments stepping down, and you saw them actually conceding to President Trump a couple of years ago when he would go around to different countries. Like, remember when he went to see the Queen Great Britain or England, and she ushered him in front of her. Do you remember that? And people were looking at like what's going on with a queen actually ushers in a man who's not even from her royal family or bloodline. She ushered him right in front of her, and then he not only did she usher him and like put her hand out for him to step in front of her, he just stepped right in front of her, and then he went over to the military and inspected the guard. Now it is ritualistically appropriate for the queen to inspect the guard or for somebody else to inspect the guard. But when he was inspecting the guard, when the camera zoomed in on the guard and the military, it was the United States military on her lawn. So that was something to let us know that it was over for the queen and for that whole so-called dynasty. She was conceding. Then we saw him go to Saudi Arabia. And remember the Saudi princes doing a sword dance? The sword dance was one of those dances where they knighted someone king. We were all looking like, what is going on? These princes are conceding to the president of the United States corporation, right? So that was amazing to behold. So he went around to several countries, and many countries were conceding to him, and that was a trumpet being blown, or a shofar, so to speak, or a message being sent out to we the people that gesara, nesara was here, that the deep state was being taken down. And if you heard many speeches by President Trump, he would say things like, I will do everything in my power to totally obliterate the deep state. I've heard him say that even after his reign as president. Like most recently, I heard him say it a couple of months ago. I will actively do everything in my power to totally obliterate the deep state. So that's what we see happening. Either he's taking it down the deep state, by way of the military, because we know that the military is in control. And I've shown you those documents, and or by just them conceding because they know that their time is up. So, these nefarious entities, many of them are not even human. Some of them are human, some of them are not, some of them are human hybrids, but their time is over, family. Now, we do have some minions in place that's still trying to do certain things to keep us kind of operating in fear or keep us operating in our carnal state, because as long as we're complicit, as long as we are agreeing by tacit agreement and just by going along with their program, they still have power. But it's when you and I make a decision that we're no longer going to do what they say do, you have to make up in your mind, I will not be complicit in my own enslavement. I do not consent to this, and I will not continue to follow your rules. So let me show you the latest government that has stepped down, just so you can see that I'm telling you the truth. Welcome, everybody that's checking in. I'm so grateful to see everybody. This is my new YouTube channel because the last one, child, I woke up one morning and it was gone, completely deleted, couldn't log in, couldn't see anything. I'm like, what happened to all my videos, all my work? I'm thinking there's something going on with me, just to find out that YouTube had deleted that channel because allegedly I'm a person that causes harassment and violence. I'm inciting violence to the community and I didn't follow community guidelines. So I'm like, what? All I'm doing is reporting news that mainstream media doesn't report. That doesn't make me violent or somebody that causes harassment. Nonetheless, this is the fourth YouTube channel that I've had. And hey, we just gonna keep going on. We're gonna keep pressing. Yes, they cut off my money, but you know what? God is in control, and you all have been so wonderful. And I'm going to say thank you in a few minutes to those of you who continue to bless me. So let's see. Jordan's king dissolves the parliament ahead of new elections. This is an article by AA.com, but there are many articles out there. It says Amman Jordan, Jordanian King Abdullah II on Thursday dissolved the country's lower house of parliament ahead of new parliament's elections in September. The move was announced in a royal court issued by the monarch. Under the Constitution, parliamentary elections are held within 4 months preceding the end of the parliament's term, which is set to end in November. New elections are scheduled to take place on September the 10th. The vote will be held under a new election law, which allocates 41 seats in the 138-seat assembly for parties. Jordan has a bicameral parliament consisting of the Senate, appointed by the king, and an elected lower chamber known as the House of Representatives. So this was written by Ahmed Asmar. That name I've heard before, Ahmed Asmar. I'm going to look it up, but that sounds like the gentleman who spoke against the Saudi family. And there was a gentleman by the name of Asmar. It might not be the same gentleman, but there was a man by the name of Asmar that said that there were Saudi princes who owned casinos in Nevada and who owned land in America. And he was saying, we've got to stop this nonsense. And he was from this area. He said, we got to stop this nonsense of the Saudi princes and foreigners going into other countries, owning up the land there. So we'll report on that later. I just wanted to let you know that the latest government that has totally dissolved is Jordan. So the Jordanian parliament, the entire part of their government, has stepped down, and that's good news for us because that is a part of the gesara agreement. Excuse me. So gesara is the Global Economic Security and Reformation Act. Many of you are familiar with the National Economic Security and Reformation Act, known as nesara. And somebody emailed me today to say, oh, that's a nefarious thing, gesara, nesara, it's not lawful, et cetera, et cetera. And I get it because we've heard so much news, so much information. We don't know, what to believe. Just know that this is actually happening where governments are stepping down worldwide. Now, you will always have minions that try to hang on by the thread, by the little bit of thread that they have and try to maintain their control and their power, but we must not consent. So thank you so much, family. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. Oh, I was going to thank you all. I just got a new phone. I had to buy a new phone, new computer, because everything's been acting up lately. I don't know what's going on, family, but we do know that there are glitches with, cyber attacks and all that. But I've been having some major issues. I wanted to show you all My gratitude for those of you who blessed me with cash apps. Thank you so much because, yeah, my income is going to be affected, but God is in control. And you all are showing me so much love. It feels so good to wake up to like money in your cash app from your soul family. That's like, stay encouraged. We love you. Keep pushing. Don't stop. We're still here for you. So I thank you so much for all of you all who sent me a cash app blessing. God bless you. Heaven smile on you is my prayer. I want to keep up with the work. Yes, we're just going to keep on. Feel like I have to tell the truth, family. So it is almost 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have to go. Um, you wish I would give more glory to Jesus Christ? Well, thank you. I give glory to all of my ancestors and the Most High. And I give praise and thanks to you all as well. So, family, what can I say? I'm going to leave here. It's almost 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In a minute, we're going to have Chief Mac to come on. Let me see if I have his show right here. Yes, I do. He's going to talk about how to live in the private, how to put everything in trust. You can put yourself there, your children, your grandchildren, all your assets, your house, your jewelry, your car, your clothes. I mean, everything that you own can go on trust. And there's a difference between a will and a trust. Now, if you want to know more about that, I'll talk to you about that at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whatever Chief doesn't cover, will just add to the discussion. But he's very well known in the community as a honorable man. He is a father. He is a tribal leader. He is just a good man who believes in people. He's a humanitarian. And I've had the distinct honor of meeting him in person. Just a wonderful, humble man to be like a big, burly guy. He was like, he trained in the Olympics and trained professional athletes and celebrities, but just so gentle and humble. And you guys are going to get it to see him at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I got to go and get ready. So please join us here on the Dr. Kia Pruitt Show. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let your family know that we tell the truth over here. And we keep our vibrations high as we can to glorify the Most High and to encourage and strengthen each other. So again, the latest news is that the Jordanian government stepped down. Before that, it was the Vietnamese government, the Vietnamese president, and the entire parliament stepped down. So Vietnam that's good for Vietnam to know that they're cleaning up their corruption. And it talks about even they cleaned out the business sector, the parliament, I mean, every sector of their society. And that's excellent for those of you who are invested in the Vietnamese dong. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Thank you so much for having me. If you are interested, yes, in supporting my work, you know what you can do. First of all, the best way you can support my work is to be here and share the love and energy with our soul family, and to encourage each other and give each other information like what kind of things we should be doing, and what type of books we can be reading, how we can be preparing, for what is to come. So for all of you who gave to me and support my work, my cash app is $Mama Kia 13, MAMAKIA 13, and I'm so happy and grateful for you all. Happy Friday. Yay. See you in a few minutes, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're so excited. Nesara and gesara are here. And this is still July, Christmas in July. Remember what they said? We only have one more week left in this month. I'm praying and commanding our blessing to come. See you in a few minutes. Peace. Oh, did you want that link, family? Here's the link right here. I'll put it in the chat for you guys so you can see what to click on to come on later on. Well, in a few minutes, like right now. We're about to go on. What time is it? Oh, 1 minute. All right. And somebody said Derek Johnson talks about the other countries conceding to Trump. That's in the military law book. So see you all in 1 minute. Peace. Bye-bye. There's the link so you can know it's in the chat where to click on in 1 minute. Peace.